Hi, Mike here. You're watching Scout Restoration Yukon. In this video, I installed the seals in the vent window frame for my 1966 Scout 800. Then I installed the window into the frame. I will show all the details. I hope you like it. If you want to help, please subscribe to Scout Restoration Yukon. It's free. Mike Morrow, over and out. Hi, Mike here. You're watching Scout Restoration Yukon. In this video, I will assemble the vent windows for the doors. So let's get to work. The vent window sits in the driver's door like this. 3 bolts go from the front of the door into here to hold it. There's 2 frames. This is the inner frame here that I'm turning, and you can see it pivots here. There's a rivet here at this hinge where it pivots, right? And it closes. If I turn it, you can see the latch, right? The latch is here. So the latch will close here. So I don't need the inside part right now. I'm just going to remove that. Just wanted to show how it goes. So I can remove that. And here we have our vent window. That's the outside because the hinge is there. In the kit, you have 4 seals. They're marked. You have 2 window seals and 2 backup strips. And they're marked left and right. So there's a right here and a right here. They're for the other side. So this, for the driver's side, you can see the weather stripping. It's on this side. On the inside, it's at the front where the latch goes. Then, if you look on the other side here, it's on the outside, and it pivots in between, you see, because it has to close against the outside one that way and the inside one this way, right? Pretty obvious. But anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do with these freshly painted wing window frames is chase the threads. We have 3 mounting holes here, 5/16 fine, and we have 1 hole here, 5/16 fine. So I'm just going to run a tap through all those holes. So I don't want to be confusing, but this is the passenger side, the right-hand side vent window. I'm going to put the seal in here. You note that my hinge is on there. Some people are drilling out these 2 rivets in here and removing this. That's not what I did. I ground off this rivet here at the pivot point to take the window out, to remove the window. So the first problem I had was I couldn't get this to go down far enough into the frame. And then I took it back apart again. And you see all this fuzz in here? These are 3D printed by Classic City Plastics. But there's all this crap in there. And that's why the window won't go down. So I already cleaned this groove out. So I'm going to go and clean this one out. So I'm just using my Dremel with a little bit on it. And if I look around, I see a couple of other places where there's just a little bit of stuff that's got to be removed. So anyway, this is the outside. So I'm starting it with the outside facing me. And this has to go into here. So the first thing I want to go in is right here. I'm just doing it flat here because it's easier to show. And then this other part here just goes down, right? So you just have to keep pushing this down, working it. We can actually push it down like that. There. Now it feels like it went in better. It's going down, down, down all the time. That's the first thing to do. Most important thing is to get this all the way down. And you can look underneath and see, actually see. And then just keep working it in
along the edge here. That's not quite right. I think now the top corner has to go in here. You see that? The top corner went right into here. There. Now, that's going in. That's going in. All right. So there you have it. The next step is this back seal. It's probably hard to see on camera. There's a lip here. And you have holes here, and it's going to go in here like this, and like this, and like this, right? And it's going to rivet from the track side. It's going to rivet onto here. But before that, there's a striker plate. This is the striker plate here. Right? So the striker plate goes on this side. I think I have to spread it a bit. I may have squeezed it too much. So this is the inside. I'm at the inside now, and the striker plate is going to go like that. Snapped on there, see? And then I have to line up the hole here for the rivet. You can see the hole. So now I'll turn this back over. Put the seal approximately in place. So that's why it's important that we get down as much as we can here. We'll take another look at that. Could go down a little bit more here. I'm just squeezing that a little bit with these water pump pliers. It's not 100% down. So I'm just going to give it a squeeze here and there. Try to get it to go down more. Just putting a rag on it. It goes down. It springs back up again. So I think the back stop seal will sort this out anyway when I install it. So I tried squeezing that a bit. I'll turn around again. So that's lined up with the hole there. So now if I put this in here, that lines up fine for the rivet. So now, I'm putting this washer in here, in the track, right? And once again, I've got it all lined up, right? So the washer's in. So the rivet will have to go in through the, here, through the seal. And of course, it's not cooperating. Here. So I got the rivet through there. Now, that tight. Push on that washer. See, now the darn washer's tipped on me. There. I push on that washer. And I'm holding the washer with this screwdriver. Pushing the rivet in. Of course, the rivet's not going in. So let's put this up like this. All right. Push this rivet all the way in. I'm going to try the shorter rivet. This one here has come through a lot. And that's one of my rivets. The rivets that came in the kit, I thought they were too short. But I'll try again with this shorter rivet. See if I can get it on there or not. Get it through there. Push the washer in there. Okay, I'm pushing on the washer, right? I'm pushing the rivet. This first one is really difficult to get. So I'm not sure if that's going to work very well or not. We can certainly try it. So now, the next problem is the rivet gun wouldn't go down into the slot here, so I could do a rivet. So what I did to the rivet gun is this adapter here. You see, you have all these adapters for the rivets. So I took this one here, the one I'm using, and I ground it flat on two sides, so it actually fits into the groove here. So what I need to do is hold that there, like that, get on here with the rivet gun. So I started to squeeze that rivet. See how that worked out. That's what happened last time. I used one of these rivets that came with the kit and it's too short. I did the same thing last time. So now I have a problem. I have to get the bloody rivet out. I shouldn't have done that. I should have used the longer rivet. So these ones here are the rivets that came with the kit. For this first rivet with the striker plate, it's too short. I tried a couple of times. It's just too short. So I have some rivets of my own, slightly longer. So for this one here, I'm going to use the longer rivet. So let's try it with the longer rivet. Just have to pull that rivet out. I'm holding the head of the rivet. I'm pulling the nail. I call it nail, part of the rivet. So there, now we have that there, and I'm squeezing this. Rivet's here, it's in the hole. So now I got the rivet gun on there, holding everything. Rivet that. How does it look? Okay. It's riveted there. So that's the most difficult one. There, right there. Just to get that in there. It's not very easy. Now there's 4 more rivets to do. And I'm using the shorter rivet that came with the kit. Get that in the groove. Now, it's okay. This is the last rivet at the end here. There. Put a washer in there. So I'm pushing on the washer, right? Pushing the rivet down. Get this in the slot. I don't want it to pop too soon. I want to get it tighter. But I got my hands are full. Okay, there it goes. There. Okay. So that's riveted on there. Like so. You can see in here.
Attention, fellow Scout enthusiasts. Thanks for watching. I hope that you're getting useful insights from my videos. If I can earn 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to create Scout videos for a long time. Please like and subscribe so that we can continue this journey for years to come. I will show all the details. Over and out.
So this is the vent window. I didn't put the glass in yet because I'm going to have to rivet this pivot, this top pivot point. But I want to put it in the window first. So first thing that goes on here is this little washer, which I'm going to go put some dielectric grease on it. It's like one of those wavy spring washers. A little extra grease is going to go on here. So then this latch goes on here. Little cold rolled pin here. Just set this on here. Right. So that pin is in flush. It's got a slight drag to it because of that washer. So now we can put it into the frame. I'm putting some dielectric grease on the pivot here. It's dielectric grease, but it's also disc brake grease. Works for both. It's pretty good stuff. Now, this goes in here. This drops down in here like that. So that's in there, and it does open and close, but it's very stiff. It needs to be worked quite a bit. The next thing I have to do is this rivet. I want to do that before I put the glass in. It's a rivet with two shoulders, and it's a tubular rivet. So this is very, very tricky. Do this rivet. Not really going the way I wanted it to. This tool's not working out. It's perfect. We have one more to do. You're the greatest. So you hold still there.
Yeah.
That's riveted. It's good. Knocked a tiny little bit of paint off, but we'll fix that later.
In conclusion, the vent windows are as good as new. They won't leak or whistle. In my next video, Scout door glass installation, I installed the glass for the roll-up windows. I will show all the details. I hope you like it. If you want to help, please subscribe to Scout Restoration Yukon. It's free. Mike Morrow, over and out.